thousands in marketing every month, and you know how I feel about marketing. I love it, especially when the research is there and it's done right. And with the Zuber team, you can find out exactly what your home is worth in a matter of seconds for real by a true market expert. They'll even give you an instant cash offer on your place, and that's what they did for me. I used like 2 of their programs. Click ZuberTeam.com, Z-U-B-E-R. Again, click it, ZuberTeam.com.
License number 1213700.
Hey gang, CG here for my friends at Table Mountain Casino Resort. So one of the things I love about Table Mountain Casino Resort, well, besides their fantastic gaming, their amazing food options, and the fact they have the very best rooms of any casino resort or hotel in the Central Valley, is they listen. They listen to their customers. Table Mountain Casino Resort is a non-smoking environment, but they know there's more than a few people who not only love Table Mountain, they smoke. So check this out, Smokin' Slots. That's the name of their new smoking room, and what a room it is. 9,000 square feet of gaming space, 216 total slots. It's fully enclosed with a state-of-the-art filtration system, and it's located right next to the food court and event center. I can't say it enough. Table Mountain Casino Resort is about including everyone. They listen to their customers. So whatever your pleasure, seafood, steak, or the new smoking slot room, time to get fully immersed in lucky days and epic nights at Table Mountain Casino Resort.
News Talk, 580 AM, 105.9 FM, KMJ, Fresno, a Cumulus Media station.
It's 53 degrees in Fresno at Radio City. It's 12 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Gabe Navarro in the KMJ newsroom. This news update is sponsored by Best Concrete Blocks, the old Fresno company with new ideas. A 50-year-old man and a woman are dead after running a stop sign and crashing in Tulare County early Friday morning. This morning, CHP says the crash happened just before 5:30 this morning on Avenue 48 and Road 160 near Early Mark. The driver of a Nissan was on Road 160 approaching the Avenue 48 intersection when they ran the stop sign. The driver in a Chevrolet Silverado was making a turn at the intersection, had right away when it collided into the Nissan, killing the driver and his female passenger. Officers say neither drugs, alcohol, or fog factors. A traffic stop in the South Valley had deputies arresting a man on drug charges.
It happened just before 11 Wednesday night on Road 152 and Avenue 232 near Tulare. Deputies searched the vehicle and found a large amount of methamphetamine. The driver, 41-year-old Yurli Maldonado, was arrested on transportation for sale of methamphetamine. He was booked into the Tulare County Jail.
NBC 30's Jessica Harrington with the details. A Southern California man faces felony charges for allegedly threatening to unibomb FBI offices.
Mark William Anton of Sun Valley charged with making threats by interstate communication, a felony offense that carries a statutory maximum sentence of 5 years in federal prison. According to the Justice Department, the 52-year-old allegedly sent a series of threatening emails to the FBI, including ones in which he threatened to bomb the FBI's Los Angeles field office and referenced the notorious Unabomber. Officials say surveillance footage confirmed Anton visited the FBI's building and also sent an email with results from a Google search for how to make a dirty bomb. Anton jailed without bond, and arraignment set for January 11th in downtown Los Angeles. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Social media app TikTok is being accused of targeting kids with polarizing content.
A Wall Street Journal investigation shows a handful of automated TikTok accounts that had registered as 13-year-olds immediately began serving some accounts highly polarized and graphic content, including extreme pro-Palestinian or pro-Israel positions about the war. Many of them stoked fear with end-of-world or alarmist videos. Some urged young viewers, quote, "If you don't own a gun, buy one." It's far from the first time that TikTok has been accused of poisoning the minds of our nation's young people, who are increasingly getting their news from the Chinese-owned platform that contends the Wall Street Journal's experiment was designed to produce a predetermined result with mass a false narrative. Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
A farm tractor for growers with disabilities is now a reality. KMJ Director Don York has the details.
The world's first tractor for farmers with lower limb disabilities is being produced in Brazil. It's New Holland rig outfitted for a customer who uses a wheelchair following an accident that left him without the use of his leg. The tractor has a unique lifting platform, touchscreen controls, allowing users to operate the tractor without help. Once they're inside the tractor, users can operate it with special controls. In the U.S., at least 634,000 farmers and ranchers have a disability, with many reporting physical limitations. Don York, KMJ News.
Quick look at Wall Street. The Dow Jones back in the green, up only 6 points. S&P 500 up 10 points. The NASDAQ gaining 29 points. Valley weather right now, cloudy and 53 degrees in Fresno and Radio City. We're expecting a high of 66 today. Lows in the 40s tonight, cloudy and some fog expected for the weekend, but we expect hopefully some sunshine by Christmas Day. I'm Gabe Navarro on KMJ at KMJNow.com or wherever you stream.
Thousands of stores across the country are pulling brand name cold and allergy products off the shelves. Why? Because an FDA advisory panel recently determined that a drug they contain, oral phenylephrine, is ineffective as a nasal decongestant. Navage offers a drug-free solution that's fast and highly effective at relieving nasal congestion caused by colds and allergies. Navage uses suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril to help suck out allergens, mucus, and germs. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Don't waste your time or money on products that are ineffective. Trust drug-free Navage for fast relief to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
supposed to cut the cord.
A rare acoustic moment with Larry Hoyt, who is a known slammer, guitar shredder, one of the best. He's
up there with all the guitar gods. We had him on a couple of weeks ago and played some of his Christmas stuff. He's got this rig that he can hook his guitar up to whatever it is he's talking through to the radio station, and the quality is remarkable. And he was jamming along while we were talking. It was a fun interview. I'm going to have him back sometime in the future. Just talk about stuff. You know, and having fun. Great. Really good. Well, tit for tat. Tit for tat. 3 Republican state lawmakers are drafting legislation to remove President Joe Biden from the ballot in Georgia, Arizona, and Pennsylvania. Now, if Biden is removed from the ballot, the president will have a difficult time winning the Democratic primary and the presidential election. Georgia, Arizona, Pennsylvania, these are vital swing states, man. This is like the Holy Trinity. You gotta have them. So, the state representatives came to fight back. Obviously, the Democrats' so-called lawfare is to assassinate former President Donald Trump. The Colorado Supreme Court, you know what they did that week, 4-3, citing the United States Constitution insurrection laws blocking Trump from appearing on the state's presidential ballot, and a number of states want to follow. Just look at how that vote came down in Colorado. First off, it's all left-leaning for the first round. What? 4-3. Very divided. 4-3. They're not on solid footing here among themselves. And there's no doubt the Supreme Court is going to knock them down. Not going to happen. And speaking of the Supreme Court, there was a decision made earlier today, just in the last hour. Hold on, let me find it here so I can give you the exact wording. Here it is. The Supreme Court has rejected the appeal of the special counsel to expedite Trump's immunity case. So, we scored on that one. But the reason for doing it,
approaching a railroad crossing.
Joe Biden or attempted. Quote, we are joining forces to introduce legislation to remove Joe Biden from the ballot in Georgia, Arizona, and Pennsylvania. With the lawmakers telling the ballot to the media the absurdity of having the Democratic measure removing Donald Trump from the ballot in Colorado will be a stain on the American political system for decades. By their very own interpretation of the law, Joe Biden is 100% not eligible to run for political office. And I gotta go back to what RFK said yesterday. He's running against Biden as a defendant. And some of the stuff that he says is pretty right on, I gotta say. But he said, if we remove permanently, the Supreme Court does not fix this. If we remove Donald Trump from the Colorado ballot, the United States is going to be ungovernable because this stuff will be happening all the time. He's illustrated here. Again, sort of tongue-in-cheek, with these 3 legislators trying to get Joe Biden removed from the ballot in Arizona, Georgia, Pennsylvania. How long is this going to go on? It's just crazy time. Republicans were immediately embedded by the Colorado Supreme Court decision. There's no doubt many voted ideas were blocked by various state ballots. I don't think they'll go through, but they're trying to. Texas Republicans also threatened to take action about the Biden administration opening the border. The border policy is going to just ruin that state, but they haven't done anything about it yet. They too are thinking about, let's pull it off. Quote, while GOP elites are asleep at the wheel, the Democrats are very serious about destroying the American Republic. And the political strategist comment clip below it on Breitbart News. Thank God for patriots like Aaron Bernstein, Sharif Burr, Cory McGarrett, stepping up to fight back. Of course, rip it to shreds, which I think ultimately they will. I don't think there's any danger of Donald Trump staying off the ballot in Colorado. I mean, come on. This has got to be decided by the voters. You let the voters make these decisions. You don't let the courts make these decisions. That's the stuff that's done in third world countries. that Joe Biden has been pressuring Merrick Garland to prosecute Donald Trump. This apparently happened in 2022, where Joe Biden was laying all kinds of pressure on the AG to prosecute the former President Donald Trump. The report, which emerged Thursday on X, appears to be attracting a lot of attention because of the recent attack against Donald Trump. Times reporters have published the article from April 2nd, 2022, about Biden's frustration with Garland and about the lack of prosecution against Trump. The attorneys general's deliberate approach has come to frustrate Democratic allies of the White House and at times Biden himself, from the Times reporter. As recently as late last year, Mr. Biden confided in his inner circle that he believed former President Donald J. Trump was a threat to democracy and should be prosecuted, according to people who comments. And while the president has never communicated his frustrations directly with Mr. Garland, he has said privately that he wants Mr. Garland to act less like a ponderous judge and more like a prosecutor who is willing to take a decisive action over the events of January the 6th. Well, Mr. President, this was your guy. If you think he's not acting properly, you take care of it. Since the report was originally published, six federal officials have indicted Donald Trump 4 times. He's facing, again, just to refresh your memory, this last Friday before Christmas. Oh, how jolly. He faces 91 counts and 717.5 years in jail. And he remains, he being Trump, being challenged on the remaining state ballots in some blue states. I've given you a number of them. Most recently, we found that Maine and California are trying to do the same. And there are about 10 others that are trying to do what Colorado did. So, this will end as soon as the Supreme Court gets around to it, makes whatever decision they need to make. But I think when the Supreme Court does get around to it and does make that decision, it's not going to be narrow. It's going to be broad. Just all 9, 8-1, 7-2, something like that. It's going to be a clear majority deciding that Colorado is wrong. I mean, anybody with the IQ of a toothpick knows the voters decide these things. Judges do not. And it's clear to see that this is nothing but vindictiveness from these Supreme Court justices in the state of Colorado. And they should be, the robes that they wear should be stripped from them for doing this. It's petty. It's illegal. And yes, I'm sure the Supreme will straighten this out. I hope. Let's take another break, love you, Jay. The Ray Apple the program. You want to comment about anything that you discussed? More Christmas music for you, for me.
Anything John Deere, they have. From the John Deere compact